Welcome to Art Heal with Erin Roszko, because there's always a reason to heal.
Yes, there is always a reason to heal. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm here, to help and show you how you can heal from so many things. I don't know if you're feeling the supermoon that happened last night, but I sure am. I sat outside on the side of my house in my Adirondack chairs with one of my friends, and we just basked in the full moon. We both acknowledge that there is something happening this fall, something with the moons, all the moons in the universe. Something with our moon and how it seems as though there are a bunch of people who feel like there's a turning point. There's a turning point for a lot of us this season, and I think this fall is a great time to let things fall away. I think it's a great time to let go. I think it's a great time to stop holding on to things that don't belong to you. Even some of our opinions that we think we hold near and dear, we can let go of. We can let go of it and change. And change is something that can sometimes take a lot to make happen. And then there are changes that happen that we're completely unaware of. So I want to talk about the three components that make up us. We have our mind, our human mind, which is, as A.R.T says, one of the most violent things on the planet. The human mind is a wild ride. How many times have you heard your mind talking to you, saying things that you don't want to believe, saying things that you're like, I don't know if that's true, or listen to your mind and internalize everything your mind is saying, and identifying with your mind. Okay, so let's come back to that. We also have our body. Our organism is what I like to call it, because it is its own organism. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about how our body functions by itself? Sure, we can move limbs, we can talk, we can do all these things that our mind tells our body to do, but then there are things that we can't control. The heart beating, the blood pumping. So many autonomous things about our organism. I just find it fun to think about that. I find it really interesting to think of my body as its own organism. There's not a lot I can do. So you might hear a little pattern here, right? Our mind, violent thing that we shouldn't listen to. Our body, a thing on the inside that we cannot control. You hear me witness, okay? And that's what I want you to practice. I want you to practice witnessing these two components that make you up. Witness the thoughts. When you hear the thoughts come through, your mind chatter, I want you to wonder, where did that come from? That doesn't belong to me. That belongs to your mind. So start to witness, start to realize and catch your mind, because your mind wants to control you and everything. It's a control freak. And you don't have to let it control you. You don't. I really have found so much freedom in witnessing my mind's craziness and just being like, oh, you silly little thing. Don't talk to me like that. And when you can start to do that, and please comment if this is a regular practice of yours, because I want to remind us, we're a community. I don't want this to turn into a cesspool. I don't want the comment section to turn into a cesspool. I want it to turn into a community where we can talk to one another and not judge each other, because that's what we're practicing. We're practicing non-judgment. We're practicing witnessing. Witness your mind. Witness your body. Be aware. Now let's talk about who's doing the witnessing. Your soul consciousness, your soul being. She's in there. She is in there, and she's infinite, and you have access to her. You have access to her whenever you want. So, shall we practice? I think we should practice going inside, going within, okay? And how do you do that? I'm going to tell you. So, with the mind, it is egoic in nature. It wants to control you. And the mind can be a wonderful thing. I don't want to completely bash what goes on up there, because it's when you can stop identifying with your egoic mind that you can really use it for what it is. So when I say detach from the egoic mind, so that your egoic mind wants to label you, wants to define you, wants to use time to keep itself relevant. What do I mean by that? You might remember in a previous episode where I was talking about presence and entering presence, giving into the power of now. And time, I've always said this, time doesn't exist. Sure, we have time. We have like our mind time, our human time that, for schedules, whatever. We do have to like give into societal time. But our mind loves to go to the past, which is just a stored version of now, and use it to label you, use it to suffer, use it to take over. The egoic mind can't handle when we detach from it and give it less purpose, when we come into the awareness of our soul being. Right now, if you're not aware of that soul being, and a lot of people are not, and that's fine. That's why I'm here, to help you. A lot of people don't realize that they have that awareness inside of them. They have that soul consciousness inside of them. And my goal, if it's not clear, my goal is to promote healing, promote consciousness, promote the power of now, and raise the vibration and awareness of each person I can come across. Because what does that do? It raises the awareness and vibration of the whole planet. And don't we need that? Let's be honest. I won't. We could talk all day about the problems of the planet, but when it comes to your mind, once you can witness what she's doing, what she's saying, what she's freaking out about, you've made a step towards consciousness. And you've made a step of diminishing your mind's power over you. Because, do you want to be controlled by this thing? Let's pivot for 1 second, okay? Because I would like to explain a little bit about how I got here to the now, to the present. And I will tell you, I have a lot of facets to my story, okay? There's a lot of things that I have experienced, that I have lived through, that I have suffered through, that I will say one of my favorite quotes that I've come across is one that says, "No one will ever know the violence it took to be this gentle." And that for me is the way I resonate with that. I am a calm, more regulated person because of everything I've been through, and because I chose not to suffer. I chose to find the answers that I have been seeking since I was a teenager. I have found peace. Now, I am a human. I am a human being. So, am I zen all the time? No. I have 3 little kids and a husband. I am not calm all the time. No. And that's not the point. The point isn't for me to become a monk. The point is for me to be able to tap into my soul awareness, my soul being. To be in a monk-like state whenever I want. So, the mind, the egoic mind. My egoic mind really enjoys labeling myself and identifying with those labels. And that's a problem because I am not those labels. I am an infinite being, and so are you. So are you. Okay, I know, enough. We'll talk more about me another time, and as we go through these episodes, as you get to know me. I don't like to flood it all out in one show because it's a fucking lot, okay? It's a lot. And I have found that I have a real problem feeling like I'm burdening people. So, not the point of today. The point of today is to enter the now and release yourself from your egoic mind. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We are gonna meditate, and I'm gonna guide you through this, and I hope by the end you will have a better awareness of your soul being. Come into consciousness, because right now you're unconscious. Consciousness is when we live through that soul being, when we live heart-centered, when we live with no judgment. So let's do it. Let's do it. And breathe. Notice the sounds around you. Notice with no judgment. Accept them. If you're outside, feel the sun or the breeze, whatever elements surround you. Experience. No judgment, just being present in the now. Find presence in the now and focus at your third eye center. Focus right there. And I want you to notice any thoughts that come in. Witness them. Witness your mind. Observe the mind. What is it saying? What is it telling you? Can you separate yourself from those thoughts? Can you acknowledge that the mind is pulling from past, and the past doesn't matter. All that matters is the now. Keep breathing. Now deepen your breath and go in. Hold it and out. And with every deep breath, I want you to feel a warmth at your heart center. Every breath in, that warmth grows. Expanding and expanding. Now visualize your human being cracking open to reveal the light inside of you. Your soul consciousness, your soul being. Connect with it. Realize you are it. You know you've connected because you will feel the joy. Feel the expansiveness of your soul being. Feel its love. Feel the light. What colors do you see? What colors do you feel? Allow your soul being to silence the mind. Allow it to tell the mind you're safe. Don't be discouraged if you can't feel your soul being yet. If you can't feel the joy of your being, continue to breathe and feel the warmth surrounding your heart center. With every breath in, you breathe in love and light to that warm heart center. Every breath out, you're expanding the light around your heart center. Keep breathing in and out. Feel the warm light inside your heart center, expanding. Expand it throughout your whole body. Beautiful, heart-swirling light. Warm, welcoming. As you breathe, expand your heart center light outside of your body. Allow it to swirl all around your body. Creating a loving energy around you. Breathe and smile, knowing in the now, in this exact moment, there are no problems. Witness your mind trying to think of problems, pulling from the past, worrying about the future, and let it melt away. You are not your mind thoughts. You are infinite. And your light, your heart-warm light, fills the room like a protective field around you. Let's sit. If you're struggling to feel that soul consciousness, invite it in. Invite it in with the words, I am ready. I am perfect in this state. Find the spark, the tiny spark of soul being inside of you. Hold it. Experience it. Smile at it. And let it grow. Step into it. And feel the joy. Feel the infinite. Feel the vastness. Swirl yourself with that soul consciousness. Find the awareness that you've known this consciousness your whole life. You came from the spark. You agreed to be here on this planet in order to journey back to your soul consciousness. Everything you've been through has brought you to this moment. To feel this spark, this light. Quiet the mind. Witness the mind. Where is it taking you? How far away from your soul consciousness is your mind taking you? Witness it. Don't try to change it. Don't fight it. Witness it. Witness it as a separate entity. You are vast. You are full of joy. You are love. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to move your body, your fingers, your toes. Zip up your soul consciousness back into your body, knowing you can access her anytime you want, knowing she supports you in ways you can't even fathom. Know that in connection to this soul being, that you can connect with her anytime. Start to come back to your body. Start to move outward, back into the physical world. with a better understanding of what actually goes on inside of you. Smile. Let your breath return to normal and see your soul being and tell her, thank you. I'm gonna come back. The old version of you has melted away. And now you are reborn with awareness of consciousness. Awareness of where you came from, your soul spark. Gently open your eyes. Move however you need to. Take your time coming out of that. You did a beautiful job. Beautiful. How do you feel? Have you done a meditation like that before? Please write me in the comments. I would love to hear. Oh, what a gift. I truly feel like this is a gift to spread this awareness and knowledge on something I love so much. Connection, presence, joy. We are all on journeys. The amount of realities we're surrounded by is almost unfathomable. Think of your reality. Think of your stories. Think of your problems. Think of your friends' problems. Think of the joys. If you just think about how many of us there are, and if we could all awaken to this beauty, this light inside of us. So me personally, I'll tell you, when I envision my soul consciousness, I don't see a form. I don't see a person. Now, some of you might see that. When you see your soul consciousness, you might picture a person. You might picture something else. Nothing is wrong, okay? You know what's best for you, okay? You do. Especially once you can learn to quiet the mind and use it. Use the mind for good instead of letting the mind use you for destruction. Because that's its natural state. It wants to destroy. We don't have to let it. It took me a really long time to realize that. So when I connect with my soul being, my awareness, my consciousness, she's a blue orb. And she makes me smile. She's vast. She can see this planet like my human mind can't even comprehend. And what do I mean by that? I mean things in the 5D, in the 4D, things not in this energy. She can see all the things. And that gives me a sense of security. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry because I know my awareness, my consciousness, my soul being is operating and doing for me what I can't see. But what I need to do to honor that is to keep connecting with her, to keep reminding. This is a practice that doesn't come in an instant. This is a practice of witnessing in non-judgment. We tend to be a very judgmental species, and I hate it. I grew up in a very judgmental family. I felt judged, felt unworthy. I felt like the black sheep. It's a whole other another story. But once I got the power of now and found presence, I can practice that. I can practice finding that presence. Sometimes it's hard in everyday life, especially, with kids. Nothing will take me out of the present moment more than, an unhappy child. But nothing will put me in the present moment more than the joy of children. They're just, I love my kids. But I'm really proud of you. You're my little spiritual babies, and I am so happy to share this with you. So today, to end this beautiful meditation that we did together, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the space. Thank you for allowing me into your life and interacting with the community. It's just so important to connect and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Even if you feel alone, you can come back to this and do that meditation and feel your soul consciousness inside of you. And slowly, with practice, you'll be able to do it all the time. The mind will quiet. I had a year of witnessing my mind and being like, oh my God, this thing is crazy. And it's almost like now like watching a petulant child sometimes. Because my mind is she's been damaged, okay? My brain has been damaged. And I am happy to give her this safe place to lose her shit. So, because I can just watch it now. You are not your mind. You are not the labels that your mind created. You don't need your egoic mind. You just need to be present in your soul being and witness. So something I'm trying is to be quieter. That's something I would like to master. Being quiet. Letting silence hang. Experiencing people, witnessing other people's minds, and helping them. So practice your presence of now. Practice recognizing those three components that make us up: our body, our egoic mind, and our soul consciousness. You did some good work today. And I can't wait to come back and spread some more info. I think the next episode I want to talk a little bit about my background. Just trying to figure out which facet I want to take, okay? Because there's a lot of stories that happen to this. So I think we'll start small. And I'll tell you about my alcoholism. I know you're like, that's small. It is. Buckle up. Thank you again for being here, and I can't